Well, hey everyone, a very happy Friday to you. I'm Chris Brown. It's time for your week in review from ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, high school football officially kicked off this past Wednesday, and one school did not want to waste any time at all. At 12:01 a.m., the Richfield Spudders took the field for their first practice. Interim coach Chris Abrams wanted to get a jump start on the season and give his players an emotional lift after a coaching change about 10 days before the season started. Our own Paul Valencia, along with photographer Mike Schwartz, was there. As the music ramped up, the stadium lights came on, the players rushed the field for Midnight Madness. Check out ClarkCountyToday.com for the video and check in with us all next week as we start rolling out previews of all 18 high school football programs ahead of the season opener. Well, there's a chance some schools may see a delay to opening this year as teachers at a number of districts look set to hold votes on a possible strike this coming week. Woodland Schools became the first local district to reach a new deal that will see teachers get a raise of nearly 23% next year. Evergreen has proposed about 8%, but teachers have yet to vote on that. Meanwhile, teachers in Vancouver are voting this weekend on whether they'll start the new school year without a contract, and Hawkinson teachers may vote next week to strike. All of this comes after the legislature this year approved $1 billion to go to teacher compensation, but also capped how much districts can receive from local levies. Be sure to keep an eye on ClarkCountyToday.com and our social media channels for updates as they come in. For the fourth consecutive year, Clark County Prayer Connect is inviting members of the community to join them to pray for students returning to area high schools. The events will take place this coming Sunday through Wednesday. Check out ccprayerconnect.net for a list of schools and times. Clark County Prayer Connect is also promoting See You at the Pole coming up September 26th. Wednesday brought us some amazing news as an Ohio man missing on Mount St. Helens since August 9th was found alive. Matthew Matheny was located by rescuers working with the Cowlitz County Sheriff's Office. The 40-year-old was said to be conscious and talking when found. He was taken by helicopter to a Vancouver hospital. The former Boy Scout apparently survived by eating blueberries and bees. Officials said his injuries didn't appear to be serious, but the Matheny likely would not have survived another night on the mountain. In this week's editorial, Clark County Today's Ken Baines offered up some news on Oregon's attempt to place tolls on I-5 and I-205. Vance has made no secret of the fact that he's no fan of Oregon's plan to toll Southwest Washington drivers commuting to Oregon for work, especially without any form of congestion relief planned. On Thursday, the Oregon Transportation Commission met in John Day, Oregon, hours from Portland, and accepted the Value Pricing Advisory Committee's recommendation to implement tolling on sections of I-5 and I-205. They directed the Oregon Department of Transportation to prepare an application to the Federal Highway Administration, which must be submitted by the end of this year. Meanwhile, U.S. Representative Jamie Herrera Butler of Southwest Washington announced this week that she's introducing legislation prohibiting any tolls at the Washington-Oregon state line without agreement from both states' governors. The I-5 Corridor Cooperation Act comes after multiple high-ranking Washington officials, including Governor Jay Inslee, have taken public stances opposed to Oregon's Concept C, which would have tolled all lanes of I-5 and I-205 up to the state line. When the food you eat comes fresh from the garden, not only does it taste better, it is better for you. This was the simple idea that drove Mark Lopez, a Battleground resident, husband, father, and business owner, to rethink where he sourced the foods for his company, Crave Catering. Lopez moved his wife and son to a 20-acre piece of land near La Center in 2017 and founded Gather and Feast Farm. Currently, the farm grows over 60 varieties of tomatoes, along with kale, Swiss chard, and various spices and herbs. Gather and Feast Farm has hosted a couple farm dinners this summer to promote a sense of community and help people better understand where their food comes from. Read more about the farm and Farm Fest coming up August 25th by heading to ClarkCountyToday.com. We also took you behind the scenes at the Goodwill outlet store in Vancouver this week, where the stuff that doesn't sell at other Goodwill retail stores ends up. Dozens of people make a living sorting through the big blue bins at the outlet store for things to sell or repurpose. Each day, more than 80,000 pounds of stuff moves through the location, and more than 80% of that is either sold or recycled. It's a major operation that benefits a lot of people as well as the environment. Be sure to check out our full video walkthrough at ClarkCountyToday.com. There you have a small sample of the stories available at Clark County Today this week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to be part of the conversation. If you have a story idea, send it to us via email news@ClarkCountyToday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.